If you're buying or selling a home here in Los Angeles, don't let your real estate agent do this to you. Oh my goodness. I woke up with a headache this morning because I've been grinding my teeth all night, and it's not from Los Angeles traffic on the 405 or the 10 freeway. It's from dealing with a bunch of knucklehead real estate agents. Now, I'm not talking about people on my team. No, I'm talking about agents out there right now in the wild who are writing offers, pushing contracts, and using tactics that absolutely do not put their clients first. So in this video, I want to walk you through the biggest red flags to look out for when you're buying or selling a home here in Los Angeles, Porter Ranch, the San Fernando Valley, the West Side, the South Bay, and everything in between here in Southern California. My goal is simple. By the end of this video, you're going to know how to protect yourself, how to spot the really bad behavior, and how to hire the right real estate agent who actually looks out for you and your best interest. Before we get into that, I'm Scott Himmelstein. I am a trusted Los Angeles real estate agent with over 250 five-star reviews online. I help buyers and sellers navigate the Los Angeles real estate market, Porter Ranch homes for sale, and the San Fernando Valley real estate, the South Bay, the West Side, and everything that comes with Los Angeles real estate market. And of course, all the crazy details that come with buying or selling a home here in California. So if you're thinking about buying a home here in Los Angeles or selling a home anywhere in Los Angeles County, you need to hear this because some of what's going on right now behind the scenes is not really pretty. And if you're out there, you probably have already seen a lot of this stuff. With the number one area where I see buyers get taken advantage of, the buyer's agent commission. You see, right now, because of all the changes for 2024 in our industry, most buyers have to sign what's called a buyer-broker agreement before an agent can show your property or write offers for you. Now, totally normal, but here's the problem. A lot of buyers are being told, don't worry, just put 3% in there and the seller always pays it. You'll never have to come out of pocket. That's what people are being told. And I see this on the offers that I receive. That's not how it works. You see, when you sign that agreement, when you're saying in writing is this, I agree to pay my agent this amount of commission, regardless of what the seller actually contributes. So if your buyer-broker agreement says 3% and the seller in Los Angeles only offers 1.5% or 2%, you as the buyer are on the hook for that difference, unless your agent has agreed to reduce their commission. This is something that we do because we've had it happen. Most buyers have no idea that's what they're signing. So I just dealt with the situation where I was representing the seller on a home here in the San Fernando Valley. The buyer's agent sends me a text message basically saying, hey, we're writing an excellent offer. My client is obligated to pay our firm 3% commission, and the commission is non-negotiable. That word non-negotiable is a huge red flag in California because commissions are always negotiable. So when an agent tells you their commission can't be negotiated, you need to question everything else that they're telling you. So then this agent proceeds to go on to say in writing that her clients expect the seller to cover the entire 3%. And if the seller doesn't, the buyers are going to be on the hook. She literally told me this in a text message. And I should raise the purchase price to cover her commission as long as she gets the 3%. And that may seem like no big deal, but if you're a first-time home buyer in Los Angeles, buying a home anywhere in LA, you're stretching every single dollar. You need someone who is actually trying to protect your bottom line, not theirs. So if you're a buyer out there, here's what you ask your agent the moment they hand you a buyer-broker agreement. You need to ask them, what happens if the seller doesn't pay the full commission amount listed on this agreement? They stop talking and listening, and if they say, hey, don't worry, the seller always pays it, push again and ask, okay, but what if they don't? You want a clear answer, and probably better to get it in writing. If they say, we'll figure it out later, that's not good enough. You want it all spelled out. Are they reducing their commission? Are you on the hook for the difference? Is there a flat fee? Make sure you understand exactly, because that agreement follows you to every home you look at. Now, let's flip it and talk to my sellers out there, especially if you're selling a home here, whether it be in Porter Ranch, Granada Hills, or in downtown LA, it doesn't matter. Another place I see people being taken advantage of is with overpricing. Here's how this typically goes. An agent walks into your home, tells you, oh, the home is amazing. It's the best house I've ever seen, quotes a number that's much higher than the recent closed sales price. They'll say things like, the market's strong. I believe in your price. Oh, the buyers are going to pay for your upgrades. Oh, you just put in new flooring? Buyers are going to pay for that. I can get you this number. And I get it. It feels good to hear. But you know what? You have to take the emotion out. Even though you've lived there for years, you've done the work, you're emotionally attached, but in a shifting Los Angeles real estate market, believing in a fantasy price doesn't help you. What happens is you sign a listing agreement at that inflated price, and the home hits the multiple listing service. The days on the market start ticking. 2 weeks go by, 3 weeks go by, 4 weeks, and you have no offers or lowball offers. Now you're chasing the market down with the price reductions. And buyers, guess what they're wondering? They're wondering, what's wrong with your home? It's not the home. It's the strategy. See, when you're interviewing an agent to sell your home in Los Angeles, ask this pointed question. In today's market, with today's interest rates and buyer demand, what do you realistically think my home will close for? Not what it will list for, but what it will close for. Give them permission to be honest, and you'll probably hear a number that's lower than what you had in mind. You might not love that. I get it. You may not like that number, but it's better to price correctly out of the gate than sit, reduce, and net less later. That's what we find all the time. Now let's talk about another big red flag. This one's pressure. High pressure agents will have you thinking you have to sign everything in 5 minutes or you're gonna lose the home. Now, during the pandemic, that was a different story. But you know what? That doesn't happen. It's not, well, the buyer's gonna lose the deal just because they don't sign right away. I hear this all the time. You've got to sign now or they're going to another house. Or let's just get it signed and we'll figure out the details later. No. Once you've signed, you've committed. Whether you're a buyer or a seller, you should never feel rushed into signing something you don't understand. And if you're buying a home in Los Angeles, you need time to understand contingencies, timelines, inspection periods, and all of the fine print. So that's why instead of sending everything to DocuSign, we send it for our clients to be able to understand first. And if you're selling, you need to understand credits, repairs, commissions, net proceeds, everything. And it's perfectly okay to say, Scott, I need some time to review this, or walk me through each section. And if your agent gets annoyed or pushes back when you ask these questions, that it is a problem for sure. All right, let's talk about dual agency, because I get this question all the time in Los Angeles of whether or not it's okay. Dual agency is when one agent represents both the buyer and the seller in the same transaction. Now, in California, it's 100% legal, but it's also a built-in conflict of interest because the buyer wants to pay the least amount of money and the seller wants to net the most amount of money. Does that mean that dual agency can never work? No, not at all. We've done a few of them already this year and been perfectly fine and everybody's happy. But it can work when you have a very experienced agent who's extremely clear about their role and treats both sides fairly. And when I'm in a situation where both sides want to work with me or my team, I really make sure the expectations are clear up front. Because many agents aren't that careful. And some will subtly push one offer over another because it pays them more or because it's easier for them. Not because it's the best for their client. Now, if you're a buyer, calling the listing agent directly because you don't want to sign a buyer-broker agreement, well, just understand that that listing agent's first fiduciary duty is to the seller. That doesn't mean that they're out to get you. but it does mean that they already have an existing loyalty to their seller. Ask them, how do you handle dual agency? Are you okay with it? How do you protect both buyer side and seller side? And if that answer feels fuzzy, you may want to get your own representation. Another big red flag, agents misrepresenting their experience. You'd be shocked how often this happens. An agent in a fancy suit from a big name company comes to you into your home, in your living room, lays down a glossy presentation with beautiful photos and says, look at everything our company has sold. The company may have sold thousands of homes over the years. Meanwhile, that individual agent might have closed 1, 2, or even none, which is hard to believe. Here's what you do. Before you invite anyone into your home, whether it be in Porter Ranch, the Granada Hills, Encino, the South Bay, again, anywhere, Google them. Type in their name plus realtor. Check their Zillow profile, Google reviews, realtor.com. Look at the number of reviews that they have. We have almost 300 5-star reviews. Look at the quality of the review. Look at the types of homes they've sold. If they claim to specialize in luxury homes in Porter Ranch, but they've only sold condos in Marina Del Rey, well, that's another city. That's a complete mismatch. We live in the age of transparency now. And if you can't find an agent online, if they're invisible in a world where almost every buyer starts their search on the internet, that is not the person you want marketing your home. So if you're relying on YouTube videos, 3D tours, Instagram, and Google to find homes for sale in Los Angeles, shouldn't your agent also be using all of those tools also to sell your home? So these are the questions that you need to ask. Now, let me talk about one of my biggest pet peeves, a Lockbox Realtor. This is the agent who sticks a sign in the yard, hangs a lockbox on your front door, puts the listing in the MLS, and disappears. No presence at the showings, no presence about the home inspection, and then during the showings, there's no storytelling, no walking buyers through the home, no pointing out the upgrades, no selling the lifestyle of Porter Ranch or San Fernando Valley, right? Or wherever the home might be located. So if you're paying full listing commission to sell your home in Los Angeles in today's market, you deserve more than a sign and a lockbox. You should be getting professional photography, video, YouTube promotion, social media marketing, online ads, private showings, emails, following up with buyers and agents, and weekly communication. If your agent is not doing any of those, well, guess what? This could be a problem. Ask them, are you just a lockbox agent? And if so, are you discounting your commission because of it? Because if they're not showing up, what are you paying for exactly? So keep that in mind also. So on my team, whether it's a starter home, in Sylmar, that's a fixer, or a luxury home at any part of LA, we treat every listing like it matters. Because for us, it does. We understand what you're trying to do as a client. Now, that might mean coordinating private showings around a seller's schedule, doing multiple open houses, shooting a full YouTube home tour that can get thousands upon thousands of views, and bring in out-of-area buyers. That's how you create real demand in the Los Angeles real estate market. And that's not by hoping a lockbox basically does the job for you. That's not going to work, just putting the lockbox on it. Now, let's hit another area that causes a ton of stress. Hidden fees. This is where many buyers and sellers really feel blindsided. You get to the closing table and suddenly you're hearing about transfer taxes, escrow fees, title fees, city reports, HOA fees, home warranty, and you're thinking, why did nobody tell me about this before? Why am I hearing about it now at the very end? So whether you're buying or selling, you should always ask your agent for a net sheet. Sellers, this shows you what you're likely to walk away with after all of your commissions, if you have to pay off a loan, closing costs, taxes, and any credits you give to the buyer. Now, buyers, you should get an estimate of your closing costs, including prepaid taxes and insurance, lender fees, title, escrow, and any negotiated items like termite or credit. If your agent says, oh, I really don't do net sheets, this actually happened once after one of our clients moved over to work with us, we'll figure out later, that's not okay. You deserve to know the real cost of buying a home in Los Angeles or selling a home here in the San Fernando Valley up front. Not at the very end when it's too late to adjust any of the fees. You removed your contingencies and your expectations are now, you can't do anything about it. And at the end of the day, here's what I want you to take away. The Los Angeles real estate market is complicated enough. You've got interest rates, inventory levels, competition, inspections, appraisals, negotiations. The last thing you need is an agent who is adding confusion to the whole process. They're pressuring you or their self-interest into the mix. You want someone who's transparent about how commissions work. And you want them to be honest about pricing, patient enough to answer your questions. This is what you want. You want them to be clear about their experience, present for showings, upfront about all the fees involved. You want someone who uses modern technology, modern marketing. It's 2026 now, not 1985. So you need them to understand terms like long tail keywords like buying a home in Los Angeles, Porter Ranch homes for sale, South Bay real estate tips, and uses those tools to actually expose your home to the right audience in today's market. And if you had a bad experience with an agent in the past, you're not alone. It happens way more often than you expect. Feel free to share your story in the comments so other people can learn from it. And if you're thinking about buying or selling anywhere in Los Angeles, whether it be from Castaic, Porter Ranch, Marina del Rey, Long Beach, and Palmdale, let us know. And if you really want someone to walk you through step by step, my info is always in the description. Thanks for watching. Thanks for taking time out of your schedule. And if you found this helpful, hit that like button, please, and subscribe to the channel for more Los Angeles real estate tips and San Fernando Valley market updates. And I'll see you in the next video.